Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's just Mr. Questions here making a quick video this evening. I just kind of want to talk about my style of riding and how I enjoy to ride and how I kind of got into group riding. We're just getting hammered here with snow up in Minnesota. So, if we're lucky enough, maybe it'll snow so much that I'll get the day off of work tomorrow. We never do, though. So we never get that much snow. But basically, here, oh yeah, two books here: Total Control and Sport Riding Techniques. These are just two books that I read in my off time, and I kind of review in the spring before the season starts. A gentleman named D. Gray from the internet forums requested that these are a must-read book, so I followed his words. He's helped me out a lot about questions about different tires, suspension, just techniques about riding and just confidence building. And these books are just amazing. I like them because they hit aspects not only the physical part of riding, but they also talk about the mental part and also go in depth about suspension, group riding, and just kind of how to be safe and have fun, obviously, on the street. So I kind of just want to talk about how I got into group riding. I really, I guess, when you go out and ride, you always see groups together. Like a lot of time, it's always sport bike riders riding together, or it's always Harleys riding together. For me, I have a couple groups I ride with, but I never started riding with groups until my second year. I took the first year riding, and I really just rode by myself. I didn't really know that many people who rode. It also was just me getting comfortable operating the bike because obviously when you're new at riding and you're joining groups, there's that group mentality. You just get this peer pressure and you just get this ego boost, which is unfortunate because a lot of crashes and other things happen when that occurs. So I have a in town here. I actually ride with a lot of guys, and most of the guys don't have sport bikes. A lot of the guys have different cruisers, Harleys, Victories, sport touring bikes, all different kinds of sizes, different engines, different makes, models, years, and all that. So I get a good variety, but I enjoy. I think group riding is really fun. The first time or I guess the first 3 to 6 months when I started group riding, I was pretty nervous. I really kind of was anxious. I thought that, oh, I gotta push myself. But I took the opportunity, and the guys that I ride with are guys that I trust, I know, and are very skilled riders. So I'm not always having to look behind me or worrying that the person behind me is going to run into me. The guys that I ride with specifically, and I purposely do this, are guys that I look up to with motorcycling, guys that have tons of skill, technique, and I can actually learn from them. Um, so it's interesting. When I first started riding in groups, we kept it pretty small, 2 to 4 riders, maybe 6. I really don't like doing those huge meetup group rides. I know you see in St. Louis, Missouri, you see those big stunt rides, or even there's charity rides. But when you do charity rides, you're mixing that. Some people, I don't know, sometimes it gets too crowded, or people mix alcohol, etc. So, yeah, group riding though, and especially learning how to lead a group successfully, definitely takes a lot of time and a lot of skill. I definitely love doing hand signaling, talking before about what route we're going to do, and also just being smart. If you're leading the group of riders, you obviously, they're in your hands. If you're going to make passes, obviously make passes that are safe. I know I've always seen this, and there's a Highway 35 that runs up Wisconsin. There's big groups of guys that'll pass cars on that 35, but the last 3 guys in the group, heck, by the time they're actually passing that car, they're probably going, middle triple digits, lower triple digits, and before you know it, your reaction time, if they can't make that pass with the other car coming in the other lane, it's just bad news. So, but I also kind of just want to talk about my style. I guess starting out, it was all, fast in a straight line, that kind of stuff. But after reading, I'm gonna butcher his name. So after reading Sport Riding Techniques by Nick I, he talks something about the pace, and I really like the pace. It's really just slow, bringing it back down to, you know, cruising speeds in the straights, but in the corners, you know, get after it. So it's called the pace, and especially in the straights, you know, it's I don't think it's fun riding triple digits everywhere in the straights. I think getting your group back together, especially, is nice in the straights, and also, you know, you can look at the scenery. You can enjoy riding. It's not always a race to get to the finish line. It's you obviously want to make it home and make it for the next ride. So here's a clip up here about just obviously this guy's a new rider. So just watch the clip that I'm gonna put up here, and then I'll talk about it a little.